Good morning from Milton Keynes-ish. I'm just north of Milton Keynes. I've moved a little bit since I last left you. I've just got back from a week in Somerset working on the camper van, which you might have seen. And for the first time ever, the batteries are actually really quite low. We're on 30%-ish. And as you've probably seen, it's because I am under some trees, under some shade. I never really thought about that before, but yeah, the solar panels are bringing in 40 watts. We're down to 33%. So, first job of the day. There's always something to do. I'm going to clean the solar panels, which will help a bit, but then I'm going to move anyway. But yeah, they're filthy, which obviously doesn't help. Morning. No need for a horn on that. It sounds amazing. That like I don't know if that's a Lister or like a Bollinger, is it? Old engine though. Sounds amazing. You'll be pleased to hear I've still got the crab apples from last week to make into a sauce. I'll do that later on today. And I've just spotted an elderberry bush. Elderberry bush, tree, elder tree, just outside, loads of berries on it, and I'm thinking of making some cordial, so I'm going to pick them now. Managed to get quite a decent bowl full. I'll take them all off later on and then, yeah, maybe start the applesauce and do those. I'm just going to make a quick drink before I head off. Massive thank you to AG1 for sponsoring this video. AG1 is a mix of over 70 minerals, nutrients, gut-friendly bacteria, mushrooms and more. Just one scoop of AG1 once a day contains the nutrients you need to support your heart health, immune system, mental performance and energy. I've been drinking AG1 since April. Now that I'm the wrong side of 30, I'm just trying to look after my body and sort of give it what it needs finally. It took like 30 years. I've made it into a bit of a ritual. Most mornings before breakfast I'll just smash up AG1 back. I do generally try my best to eat a wide range of foods, but sometimes the day just goes so fast and I always resort back to snacks. So it's just nice and reassuring knowing that I'm getting all of these extra nutrients and minerals that I wouldn't otherwise get. AG1 actually started about 14 years ago and they're constantly developing the recipe. So I think they said they've had about 50 different variations over the years and they're constantly improving it. So many companies have tried to reproduce this over the years, but there's a reason F1 drivers and Olympians stick with AG1. I'm not comparing myself to an athlete, by the way, far from it. To try it for yourself, you can scan the QR code, should be up here somewhere, and there'll be a link, I think it's drinkag1.com/Danni and Joe. You'll get 20% off plus some freebies. You'll get various AG vitamins, I think a year's supply of 2 vitamins, and you'll get 5 free travel packs as well. Thank you AG1 for sponsoring this week's video. Right, cruising. I was really hoping to get the drone up over this aqueduct, but it's just far too windy and I'm going to end up losing the drone. So you just have to use your imaginations as to what this looks like from above, I'm afraid. Oh, don't panic. This is just a concrete one. There's an old iron trunk. It's called Iron Trunk Aqueduct. I really want to get the drone up over that, so maybe I won't cross that today. I'll save it. This is just crossing over a dual carriageway, I think. I thought it was going to be really pretty. Smells very pigeony. Not great. They get all piled up. I'm moored up for the night here in Cosgrove. Lovely little spot. I'm just on the junction with, I think it's the Buckingham Arm. I don't know the official name for it, but the canal used to run down to Buckingham. I think they're trying to redevelop it. Bit of a better day today, luckily, and getting some solar in. 250 watts, 15 amps. I got up to about 40% yesterday, but then it dropped back down overnight to about 30. So yeah, hopefully get them charged back up today if I can. Don't really like being this low on battery, just in case. I have made a coffee this morning as well. I've only got one lock to do today, which is nice, just there. But before that, I've got a water point, so I can fill up with water. Just after the lock are some bins and a toilet drop off. So I can do my chores this morning, get on the way, and then once I'm moored up, I'm going to make some applesauce. Maybe some elderflower cordial as well. Elderberry. Elderberry? Yeah, elderberry. Oh, no. That was close. Cheers. First lock of the day done, water done, bins done. Lovely. And toilet done. starting to rain. There's nothing coming. Big wide canal. Don't try that at home though. Lovely! Hiya.
Nice day for it.
Lovely!
Cheers.
Well, the storm has passed, which is good. I just pulled up to a little spot. I've got a couple visitors come in a minute, but a little bit camera shy. Stop in for some breakfast, early lunch, and then I'm going to look at applesauce and elderberry cordial. Everyone thinks I'm making wine. People that see me when I was picking them asked if I was making wine, and so did my dad when he seen a photo. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'll have a look at making wine. I don't think I've got enough there to warrant a single glass though. Right, let's start with the elderberry syrup or cordial. Danni told me a trick that she's seen online about people freezing these first and then you can pull them off easy, but I think these are so ripe they're just going to fall off. The BBC Good Food recipe says you can use a fork to get them off as well. Yeah, literally falling off. This gets strained anyway, so if I get any bits in, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to weigh and see how many we've got so I can work out how much sugar and water and everything. $320 grams, a little bit short. The recipe's for 500 grams of fruit. We've got about 320. It says just to cover with water and then bring to the boil for about 15-20 minutes gently. Now for every 500 grams of liquid I need 400 grams of sugar. I think there'll be about 500 in there now. Or not, 400. Just under 400. Oh, I'm supposed to sieve it. I don't want to press too hard, but just a bit. How much liquid have we actually got? Nearly 200. Right, so I can get to 200. I just squeezed it more and there's less in it. How's that work? Might have enough for 1 glass of squash. The more I'm putting in there, the lighter it's getting. The weight's literally going down. I'll reset it in a minute. Try this again. So I've got 212 and it was 400 per 500, so I want about 180 grams of sugar. This used to be the wine cellar, but now it's turned into my sugar storage and AG1 to balance out all the sugar. It says caster for some reason. Yeah, it stains really quickly. Just why I need to sand and stain this with oil.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Just trying some elderberry cordial. Just got it cool down a bit.
Oh, amazing. Oh, we've made that before. Have you put, what have you put in it?
Literally just that and a bit of lemon juice. It said you can put like cloves
Yeah,
instead of
that's
cinnamon.
what we did,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought I'd go
Should
for
we
like a
take
summer version.
Oh, nice. Should we take our boots off?
No.
Are you
Silly.
sure?
Yeah. You guys want a cup of tea?
Yeah, I'd love that. Gives an up.
Lovely to have a catch up with Ben and Emily. That was a little surprise. They messaged me this morning, say they're just coming back from a festival in Reading. That they're going to pop in, which is lovely. First time they've seen Lady Pennybun in the flesh, even though they know her off by heart from the channel, obviously. I gave them a little tour, which would be over on their channel, Ben and Emily, for anyone who doesn't know, but they're huge, you'll know them. I'm going to bottle this elderberry cordial now. My bottle's a little bit overkill, but it's the only one I've got. Bottle's really overkill. I could probably just make that into a squash, couldn't I? I think that's enough for that. So I just dilute it and then I can, it's a nice drink. Or is that going to be too strong? Let's make a test batch. Yeah, I think that'll make one nice bottle of squash. I know it looks like a lot of, that's quite a lot of sugar though. That's 400 grams of sugar. I can't make that into, no, 200 grams of sugar. 180 grams of sugar in that. That's a lot, isn't it? Oh, that's delicious. Elderberry's a bit mild. It's quite sweet for how strong it is. Maybe I should have cooked the elderberries for a little bit longer. Maybe we'll do that next time. Yeah. It's meant to be really good for you. It's got obviously tons of antioxidants and stuff, but I was reading something. I can't. There's like a certain thing it's good for. Useful information as always. Right, finally, applesauce and homemade pectin. So these all come from the towpath, apart from the bigger apples here. These were in my mum's fruit bowl, but when they went away, these are a bit too soft to eat. So I'm going to put them in there as well. Just need to chop them all up, get rid of the cores, and then weigh how much we've got. Yeah. 1.5 kilos. And just enough water to cover and simmer for about 15 minutes, it says. So it turns out I'm about as good at reading recipes as I am instruction manuals, because I'm actually going to have to let this drip overnight through a muslin and colander to collect the pectin in the bottom and then the pulp in the top. If you squeeze it, you end up with something cloudy, I don't know. Again, like I said, I've been reading the instructions. Promise I'm going back to Somerset tonight, and obviously I'm not going to sort it out in the morning, so I'm either going to take it back to Somerset in the cruise pot. Yeah, I'm going to have to. It's going to be fun. Very careful driving. This is it so far anyway. And then next week I shall hopefully show you some applesauce I've made. I've dragged all of the jars and stuff back up from Somerset because I was adamant I was going to make it here. Anyway, that's me for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Join me next week. I'll be painting the van, finally, touch wood, back in Somerset. And then I'll be coming back up here for some more cruising and hopefully meeting up with John and Ali. Thank you to our patrons. I'll see you next week.